What if I told you that if you make 94 finished records, then the 95th one is going to get signed to a huge label, go viral, and be an international hit? You'd be really excited to get those 94 done, wouldn't you? Yesterday, I was having a meeting with one of our students. We have one-on-ones, as we call them in our school. And the student was asking me, why isn't everyone successful? And I was kind of laughing. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the tools are out there, the information's out there, the tutorials are out there. We're teaching it here at Cosmic Academy. There's great info all over the internet, other schools. Why isn't everyone successful? And I said, well, it's the same reason why the #1 New Year's resolution every year is losing weight, and gyms are packed on January 2nd, but empty by February. People lack the consistency. Consistency is by far the biggest rule followed by the most successful producers in the world. I see it in my own students. If you don't know, we have an artist development program at Cosmic Academy. And our students, they sign to the biggest labels: Spinnin, Defected, Anjuna, Monstercat. They play Ultra, Tomorrowland. We just had 4 students play EDC. And from the thousands of artists I've worked with, and the almost 20 years that I've been doing this, the #1 rule for music producers is stay consistent. And it's not just consistent in your music production, it's consistency in all different areas. I'm going to break down each area and show you where you must demand the consistency in yourself. And if you devote consistency to these places, you will see the results. The first area is, of course, music production. But there's more to it than just being consistent with music production. In our premium program, we actually divide this into 2 categories: consistency in finishing the music, and then consistency in practicing and learning new stuff in music. You need that second one. You need it because the practicing and the learning will help you prepare for the first one, the finishing. So here's what you should do. Look at your weekly schedule. Realistically, how much time do you have to work on this music? Is it 10 hours? Fine. Is it 20 hours? Fine. It's going to be different for everybody. But whatever it is for you, then make that known to yourself. Set that as a promised amount of time. Then I want you to divide the chunks between finishing music and then practicing and learning. In our school, we have our students use the bigger chunks for the music creation because you typically need a larger window for that. And then the smaller chunks they're spending on practicing, learning, getting better. So maybe you've promised yourself 10 hours total per week. And some days you have 3 hours, but other days you only have 30 minutes to an hour. For those 3-hour sessions, you probably want to commit to finishing records in those sessions. And those shorter sessions you can spend with the learning, watching new tutorials, adding new skills. This is just like a sport. There are days when you show up to the gym just to practice, but then you show up and you're there to play a game. And you can always tweak this. If you have a bad stretch where you're just not getting it done in the DAW, increase the practice time. We see this in sports everywhere. If a player is really hot, they have a really good stretch, they're probably not going to make any changes. But if their shot is off, if their swing is off, they'll do way more time adjusting, practicing, learning new ways. Music is no different. Be tough on yourself with the time that you set. If it's 10 hours a week, stick to that. If it's 20 hours a week, stick to that. This is literally where the results come from because it truly does compound over time. If this cycle in 1 month helps you finish 1 song, imagine how better, faster, more efficient you'll be in a year. It might only take you 1 month to finish 4 songs, but it's not just the consistency in the making of the music. There's a bonus layer to this. You want to be consistent in the making and the finishing of the music. That's #1. You want to be consistent in the learning and in the practicing. That's #2. But #3, you want to also be getting feedback on what you're doing. Feedback is crucial so you can consistently have people constructively helping and making sure that you're always on the right track. Now, you don't want to be just spinning your tires. If you're doing something wrong in that step 1, that step 2, you'll need someone to push you in the right direction. So finishing music, learning, feedback. If you add those up and do them consistently, you will get results. And that's exactly what our school does with our students. We have them finishing the music, learning, getting feedback. And it's worked. We had 447 records signed last year. By the way, I know I've mentioned our school a few times. I have to give it a little shameless plug. And even though we're sold out always, 4, 5, 6 months in advance, we're still always looking for great people to work with. So if you're interested in taking things to that next level, I'll leave a link below in the comments to apply. So we've covered the consistency of music, but you also need consistency in 2 other areas: consistency in your marketing and then consistency in your networking. Let's break those down. Social media is 100% consistency and long game. This channel that you're watching, we've never had like a viral video. We've never had a video with millions of plays, but we have over 50,000 subscribers. Thank you all, by the way. We love you all. We love you. When we started a few years ago, though, we got no views. But we've been around for 13 years. We've been doing this a long time on other platforms. We've had our Instagram, all this time. We have 200,000 followers there. So we kind of know how this works. We know consistency. We know the long game. So we just followed the same mantra. We followed the same method. We did videos every single week. And for that first year, we gained maybe 1,000 subs. And we did the exact same thing the second year and the third year. And then when you look back, it's like, oh, wow, we've done hundreds of videos. If you look at our Instagram, we look back, we've done 5,000 pieces of content. When you look at an artist on social media, you typically only look at their recent stuff. Like we have this really successful student, Nostalgics. If you wanted to, you could scroll back on her TikTok, just 5 years of her making consistent content. And she started where everyone starts, getting like 100 views. And now she gets hundreds of thousands. But it was the consistency over time and that compounding effect. So you need to do the same thing you're doing with your music, with marketing. Some time for creating the content, the doing, and then some time for the learning and the practicing. So maybe you're doing, 2-3 posts a week, then an hour a week where you're researching new trends. Mr. Beast has this really interesting response when people ask him for his advice on YouTube or social media. He says, go make your first 100 pieces of content first, and then come back to me. He jokes that if you were actually going to do that, you probably wouldn't even come back to him because you'll have the answers. So much of the answer lies within the doing. It's the same with networking. If you're only pitching one label a year, you can't expect to sign 10 records. If you're only pitching 1 gig a year, you can't expect to do a 20-show tour. Going back to that comparison of exercising, it's fairly common knowledge that we as people know how to lose weight. It's calories in versus calories out. That's it. If you burn more calories than you consume, you will lose weight. We can all sit here and look at 1,000 different meal plans, different diets, different workouts, but it's all just calories in versus calories out. So going back to what that student asked me at the beginning, why isn't everyone fit? Why isn't everyone successful? The formula's out there. They just aren't consistent. Just like you have to keep following the diet and the workout routine, you have to do the same with your music. You have to do the same with your marketing. You have to do the same with your networking and outreach. So if you made it this far in this video, I want you to do a homework assignment for me. Write down how much in each category you can do each week. Hours in the DAW weekly, how much content for marketing, how much pitching, networking. And if you stick to it every week, no matter what, in 1 year, you're going to see results. That's basically the biggest hurdle. If you go to the gym for a week, you're not going to see any changes. If you go to the gym for a month, you still probably won't see any changes. But if you stick at it for a year, you will see massive changes from the year prior. So go follow this rule. I'm going to have the algorithm now suggest the next video that you should watch. The algorithm has this new thing where it says, suggested for the audience. And it's specific to you, and I have no idea how it does that, and it's a little strange, but this is how the platforms work. So it wants you to watch this. So go watch this next, and we'll see you in there.